Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth daily coverage of your Green Bay Packers. We have new videos dropping every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Today we continue our position-by-position preview of the Packers as they prepare for training camp 2025 with the offensive line. So here are our three big questions on the O-line. The most obvious one, who starts at left tackle? The incumbent, Rasheed Walker, has started there for the last 2 years, really, since David Bakhtiari's knee prevented him from playing football anymore. And he's done a solid job, grades out better as a pass blocker than a run blocker, but he has really made himself a solid starting left tackle in this league. The competition for the second year in a row is 2024 first-round pick Jordan Morgan. Now, Morgan may also compete at a different position, right guard, with Sean Ryan. He did that last year up until the end of OTAs, and once training camp started, it was quickly apparent that Morgan, according to the coaches, had a better chance of playing if he competed at right guard. Now, we'll see whether or not Morgan can beat out Walker for the job this year. If not, he may again compete with Ryan. But the thing is, when you draft a player in the first round, obviously the coaching staff and the front office will give him every opportunity to win a starting job somewhere along the offensive line. Injuries last year limited Morgan to just 6 games. Now, one of the questions surrounding Morgan, his arm length, a little bit shorter than most NFL scouts ideally prefer at tackle. That's why some scouts say he should be moved to guard. We'll see who wins this left tackle battle in training camp and the preseason. Question number 2 for the offensive line: can Elgton Jenkins make the transition to center? Obviously, the Packers opted not to re-sign Josh Myers, and based on the fact that he had to take a very low-paying deal to stay in the league, the rest of the league agrees that Myers didn't have that much value. So now the Packers are moving last year's left guard, Elgton Jenkins, over to center. Now, Jenkins has played all 5 positions along the offensive line. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, and he has graded out really as the team's second best offensive lineman over each of the last 2 years, predominantly playing left guard. He did play center in 1 game when Myers was injured last year, and he didn't play great in that game, although obviously when you're filling in for someone, it's a different experience than when you've been practicing at that position throughout training camp and in practice every week. So hopefully he can be an upgrade over Myers, but obviously Jenkins needs to prove that he can not just get the job done in the short run, but over the course of a full season. The number 3 question about the offensive line as of right now is contract situations. There are a lot of them, and they do need to be resolved. You have 3 of last year's starters, Rasheed Walker, Sean Ryan, and Zach Tom, entering the final year of their rookie contracts. So that's first off. And Brian Gutekunst, the GM, has already indicated, Zach Tom, he is one of our priorities. He is almost certain to re-sign with the Packers if the money can be worked out. But then it's unlikely the Packers can afford to give big contracts to Tom, Walker, and Ryan. One of them almost certainly will get an extension, or a new deal. 2 possibly, but 3 almost certainly not. So it'll be interesting to see who the odd man or men out are in that situation. And then you also have Elgton Jenkins, who we mentioned moving to center. He did not participate in voluntary OTAs and was present but did not take part in on-the-field drills at mandatory OTAs because he wants his deal restructured and he wants some assurances about his future with the team. Now, the reason centers tend to be paid less than guards, and Jenkins said he's willing to make the switch from guard to center, but he doesn't want to be, he wants to make sure he's compensated adequately if he's willing to make that switch. And because his cap hit goes up significantly after the 2025 season, he wants to make sure that, he has a future beyond this season with the Packers. And then there is another player with questions about his contract, and that's second-round draft pick Anthony Belton, who is yet to sign his rookie deal. Now, this is not unusual. Every second-round pick, with the exception of 2 so far, have not yet signed their rookie deals. And it is a whole thing about guaranteed money, and we'll see how it all plays out. Odds are that Belton's deal does get done before training camp gets underway, but the T's still have to be crossed, the I's still have to be dotted, and the Packers have to get Belton under contract and into camp, and it's got to happen pretty soon. So a lot of contract uncertainty along the offensive line. We'll see how Brian Gutekunst handles it, but that is our third question about the O-line as we enter training camp. Check out our website at thepackerspost.com, where we give you new articles about the Packers Monday through Saturday. Hit the like button and subscribe here on YouTube so you never miss an episode of the Daily Packers Post. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. And of course, go Pack Go.